Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a highly requested video and it is all about self-tanning and products I use, what I like to do, tips, tricks, anything like that. I'm a huge self-tanning advocate. I have been self-tanning for about 2 years now. And that is actually my 2-year anniversary for not being in a tanning bed. I definitely recommend self-tanning. I recommend it to my friends, my family, anybody who wants to be tan. I'm like, you need self-tanner. Self-tanner is your friend. It is some work, but the benefits are much better than if you're going in a tanning bed all the time. So for this video, I've got a bunch of different self-tanners. I have some that are super high-end, some that are not so high-end. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's get started with the self-tanner that I talk about all the time. It is the Vita Liberata Self-Tanner in Dark. This is a 2 to 3 week tanner, so it says. You can get this at Sephora. I think it's about $30 to $40, so it is on the pricier side. What I love about this is it is a red-based tan, so it looks a little bit more natural, but it's not too red where it looks kind of orange or just really unnatural. You know, there's some self-tanners that have too much red undertone into it, and it just looks like awkward. Like it's not, you can tell it's just not right. It looks like a gorgeous natural tan. It is a mousse form. Mousse form is one of my favorite ways of self-tanning. I think mousses are one of the easiest ways to kind of get everything all over your body and rub everything in. I've probably repurchased about 10 of these at least. I go through these like water because I love it so much, but I've been trying some different stuff lately, so I would definitely repurchase it. I did try the things that they said on the back, like the way to apply it to make it last 2 to 3 weeks, and I didn't notice that it lasted that long at all. Next self-tanner I want to talk about is another really well-known one. This is a Saint Tropez Self-Tan Dark Bronzing Mousse. I was so excited when I saw that this came out. I had to go get it. I think I've gone through about 3 of these, and this one is actually full. I don't use this anymore because this is a green-based self-tanner, which those are good to give you more of an olive tan. But I feel like this self-tanner has so much green in it that it kind of turns out yellow. Like it makes you look like you have a kind of yellowish tan, which kind of looks a little bit sickly. So, and it is really hard to also find a foundation to match it, I feel like personally. How it develops on my skin, it's really hard for me to find a nice foundation to match perfectly with it since it does turn out so yellow on me. I think if you're super fair, stay away from this. If you're about a medium skin tone, I would try it out because this one is the dark one. They specifically made this to be super dark, which it does give you a super dark tan. It's just not the color that I prefer. But, I mean, you could always try it out. I think they have like little samples of these or something at Sephora. I would definitely try it out if you can because everybody's skin is different. Sometimes it develops differently on other people. So just keep that in mind also with these self-tanners that things can develop differently. I loved this for a while, but I kind of, once I started experimenting with different ones and seeing the different shades, this was the one that I was just done with. Going with another green-based self-tanner, this is the California Tan Instant Sunless Mousse. It says develops rich bronze color 2, which I believe 2 is the darkest shade. I got this off of Haute Look, so I'm going to have to go on a hunt for it. But I think I paid like $11 for this, and it's a 6 fluid ounce bottle. I'm about halfway through it now, and this is another green-based self-tanner. Or it's like green olive. I keep saying green because it comes out looking really green. I find that this one doesn't have as much green as the Saint Tropez, so I love this one so much more. Gives you this deep brown olive tan. It is absolutely stunning. The only thing about this is that I feel like if I have some serious dry patches on my hands, I cannot apply this to my hands because it will look like a hot mess. So just be very careful with this if you have really bad dry patches or anything like that. This will cling to them. Like, I feel like it's more intense than any of the other self-tanners that I have. So just be careful with that. But the one thing about this self-tanner that is like stand out amazing is that you have the freedom to rinse off within 1 to 3 hours. Oh, with most self-tanners, you have to have it on for 8 hours. I did have this self-tanner on for, I'd say, about 4 hours, and I went ahead and took a shower, and it looked great. So the fact that you have the freedom to rinse this off after 1 to 3 hours is amazing. I recommend waiting the 3-hour mark just to be on the safe side, but that's still really good. And this also says it's paraben free. I didn't have high hopes for this when I got it off of Haute Look. I was just wanting to try it. and it has blown me away. Okay, the last high-end self-tanner, which I don't know, I paid $11 for this, but I'm guessing it's high-end, so we'll see. This is the Saint Tropez Self Tan Luxe Dry Oil. This is definitely different. Now, I don't think this is like the rest of the self-tanners that are going to give you like a dark color. I don't think it's meant for that. I think this is just meant to give you a gorgeous bronze glow. I really like this. I do believe this is new. I got it just a couple weeks ago, and I've been really enjoying it, especially on my legs. Like in the summertime, I think this is going to be perfect for when I have a natural tan. I want to put this on top and it gives that gorgeous bronze glow because it does have like little gold specks in it, so it just looks absolutely stunning on the skin. Now it does give you a hint of color. It's nothing like super dark and dramatic, but it does give some color to your skin. So if you're wanting to get something that's going to give you more of a bronzed glow, this is the way to go. If you don't want anything that's too dark, I think you would really like this. Very easy to apply. I apply it with my hands, like with gloves on, and it's absolutely perfect. Like I said, I think for the summertime this is going to be beautiful over a natural tan to just really amp up any tan that you have, make you look glowy, especially for the legs. Like if you're going on a night out or something, this would be perfect to top your legs off with. And what I also like about this is that it dries very quickly, but you still have to allow 4 to 8 hours to let that color develop for you. So first off, I want to start out with this bronzing spray. This was the first thing that I purchased from Victoria's Secret that made me want to go back and buy the self-tanner. So this is a Victoria's Secret Bronze Instant Bronzing Tinted Body Spray with natural aloe. And right there you can kind of see the color. That's the only thing about it that sucks, is that the color kind of gets around the rim, but that's okay. Oh, I love this stuff. The color is perfection. It is literally just a bronze color. It's not orange, it's not too red, nothing. It is just a gorgeous natural tan. What I love to use this for is sometimes my neck and chest will get a lot lighter than like my arms because it'll wear off really quickly. So what I'll do is I'll take this and I'll just spray it all over my neck and chest or my legs if they need to be tan for the day. You let it dry. You don't want to put your clothes on right away, so let it dry, I'd say, for about 10 to 15 minutes. Just like go do your makeup or something. And this just gives you a gorgeous tan. It just looks so beautiful. I did get the Guerlain Terracotta Spray. I felt like that was a little too red for me. It didn't look very natural. And this one is definitely right up my alley. It's just nice and bronze, and I don't think it has a bad smell at all. I actually kind of enjoy the smell, which might be weird. Now moving on to the actual self-tanning products, I did get the self-tanning tinted lotion with pure avocado oil and the self-tanning tinted spray with 360 continuous application. I do want to quickly say the thing that I love about all of these self-tanners is that they have a color guard. So therefore you can see where you're applying your self-tanner. It's not a clear liquid or anything like that. These all have color guards, so you know where to rub in that product and make sure you don't have any streaks. Now moving on, I want to talk about the self-tanning spray first. I love this. I think it's really convenient, especially for your back. The only thing I have to say about this is I feel like it does take a little bit longer to dry, but as long as you wear like a loose tee, you'll be good to go. This is only $15. I believe this one's around $15 as well. I actually bought 3 of these as a backup because I'm almost done with this one and I knew I was going to keep going through them. Okay, moving on to the tinted lotion, and now let me show you guys the color of this lotion because when I first saw it I was really freaked out. It's kind of just like a golden bronze color with gold specks in it. So you could probably see right there. So I really like this one though because it gives you a gorgeous bronze color. And this is also very moisturizing. I'm guessing that's what the pure avocado oil does. It's so moisturizing. It does not dry out your skin because some self-tanners, if you're not careful, you'll apply them and it just kind of dries out your skin and doesn't look really great. This one doesn't do that. It goes on beautifully. I recommend for all of these items minus the oil that you use a self-tanning mitt. A self-tanning mitt is really going to give you that flawless application. You're not going to have like finger marks or anything like that. Definitely try out a mitt if you're having some streaking issues. And if you are going to use a mitt, make sure you still use a glove underneath. Because sometimes when you use that mitt, it doesn't mean that that color is not going to seep through and get on your palm. So make sure you put a glove on your hands and then put your hand in the mitt and then apply it so you can make sure you don't get any products on your palms. I also want to mention, if you watched my video from last summer, I did a self-tanning video, I believe, and I included the $1 Million Tan spray tanning system. A lot of people have asked me if I still love that. I love it. It's just you have to have somebody else spray you, and half the time I don't have somebody around to spray me with these spray tanning systems, so I do love it though. I love the color. I love the way it looks. I love the self-tanning portable machine so much more than the ones that you go into for the Versus Spa, because it's just so much better. Like, you get such an even, flawless tan, and you get to determine how dark you want to be. If I want to be darker, I want to have the option to go a little bit darker. And with the self-tanning systems, they also spray your hands. You don't have control over how much product is going to go on your hands. I know you have barrier creams and all of that, but let's be real, sometimes the barrier creams just don't cut it. Your hands end up getting way too much color on them, and it just looks a hot mess. So girls, can we take a chill pill while Mama films? So that's the only thing I don't like about spray tan booths. I actually don't go to them anymore. I did try one a couple weeks ago. I just want to try it again and see if I could twerk it? No. I just want to see if I could go in and maybe try some different tricks that might help. And it just didn't end up being what I wanted. So definitely recommend these self-tanners that I mentioned to all of you. These Victoria's Secret ones though are so freaking awesome, especially this bronzing guy. I love him because I'm always needing to touch up my hands or my chest, and this is just perfect, especially for a night out or something. It just makes you look like you have beautiful skin. I mean, you need this in your life. It is so good. And really quickly, I want to mention an exfoliator. This is also the Victoria's Secret Exfoliate Body Prep Smoothing Scrub. I am personally a sugar scrub lover. I don't like sea salt scrubs very much. I find that they dry my skin out and they don't actually take off the self-tanner as good as I want them to. Sugar scrubs always do the job for me. Love them. So those are all these self-tanners and things that I recommend. If you have any other questions, because I can't think of anything right now off the top of my head, then leave it in the comments below. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a clip of me self-tanning. Here we go.
Okay, first thing you want to do is make sure you shake the can up really well. I'm using the Victoria's Secret one. This is the one I've been using all the time lately. And I'm just going to spray this on my neck, my chest, pretty much everywhere, even the back of my neck as well. And I couldn't see right here. So I'm just going to spray this all over. You don't have to be super perfect with it, because what we're going to do is go in with our mitt and we are going to just rub everything in. So like I stated earlier, you want to use a glove underneath your mitt just so you don't get it on your palms, and then rub all of this in. And this is just going to ensure you don't get any streaking, any lines, nothing like that. By the way, I wouldn't use a white towel if you didn't want to get it dirty. Now I'm going to take my arm, doing the same thing, just going to spray it all over and then rub it in with the mitt. I don't spray this directly on the top of my hand. Whenever I'm rubbing it in with the mitt, I'll just take whatever's left over and drag it up on the top of my hand, just so I don't get too much product up there. And make sure you're really getting the back of your arms and you're just getting all over with this product. So you can see here, the top is the tan arm and the bottom one is the one that has not been self-tanned yet. So again, just do the same exact thing on the other side. After that, I like to go in between my fingers with whatever's left on the mitt, and then I'm going to be taking lotion and just to apply a tiny bit to my elbows and my knuckles. These are the places that I can get really dry and that the self-tanner will cling to, but the lotion really helps the self-tanner not cling as bad to those patches. So that's a really great tip if you're having a lot of problem with that. So make sure you're wearing loose clothes when you're going to bed, just so nothing's too tight. And you want to make sure you keep this on for 8 hours and you'll be good to go.
So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, if I left out anything and you have any other questions, then please leave them in the comments below and I will love to answer them for you. I'm going to list all these self-tanners in the description box, probably in order that I love them, and hopefully have links to everything for them as well. I'll leave the mitt that I use down below in the description box as well because it's phenomenal. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video if you liked it and found it helpful, and please spread this on your Pinterest, Facebook, anything like that to spread the word that there are good self-tanners out there. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.